Maybe it's because we forgot that our forefathers created this country as the land of opportunity, even if it's shady opportunity. Alright, so you guys remember during, obviously, the pandemic, everything went really, really crazy in different ways. And one of the things that came about it was something known as the eviction moratorium. You guys remember what that is?
Mm-hmm. They couldn't kick you out?
They couldn't kick you out, right? Well, here's the thing. The particular city, Berkeley, their city's eviction moratorium has just been lifted. And
you talking about the University Berkeley area?
Yeah, Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the Berkeley Property Owners Association, they actually, a bunch of landlords basically got together and celebrated this in a public place.
Oh shit, like, we could kick our people out!
Which led to protests and riots and people coming out, and then eventually a lot of fist fights and shit like that ended up happening. People got attacked and stuff like that.
Bro, this is wild. They got Vidage.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I get their sentiment, but the way they went about it is kind of fucked up. But like,
that is weird.
If you do have a home and you're relying on that rental income, and for like 12 months or whatever, you're getting paid nothing, and you still have to pay a mortgage and property tax.
People lose their house to the bank like that when the renters don't.
So you can get foreclosed or whatever. So that's dope that, yay, the income's coming in, but then like we get to kick the fuckers out. That's
and we have a party in a public place? That's
it's a public place.
Yeah, that's a little extra.
Well, there are people that have like their homes being squatted in for years and no one's paying rent. They're just like sick of it. They feel like they can't do anything about it, and it's probably like a big celebration too. We get to kick out this fucking senior citizen. Jeez.
Well, I guess it comes down to just like the way, right? Because like on both sides, it's like it either sucks or it's understood or whatever, right? But yeah, like if you're gonna throw a cocktail party, maybe do it in one of the homes you own. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe do it in like a very undisclosed private place versus in a place that, like, as much as you're right, it does seem like there's a fucked up part about it.
Celebrate after you kick them out and then use that house to celebrate in.
Yeah. House party.
Yeah, house
party. Can't kick them out.
Yeah, don't celebrate while the person's still in the house.
Yeah, wait, and then
yes.
Invite them after.
I mean, how do you make laws to where you protect people that are like having a hard time, and then how do you protect from the scam artists that use those laws to exploit people that are homeowners? So it's like, I don't know, man.
It's catch-22.
Yeah, because then it's like the law was put in place because it's like a lot of people lost their jobs, and then they're like, oh shit, well, I still need a place to live. But I don't know, like maybe later I'll pay, when I get a job. That's reasonable, right? But there's also crews out there that are like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go move into this nice new mansion, and then we're gonna move in our neighbors and family, and we're gonna house party every night and never pay rent. So it's like, how do you find a balance?
I think the part that's fucked up is like, it's like three parties. You have like the politician, and then you have like the haves and the have-nots. And then the politicians are kind of going like, wait, you got strong legs. Hey, sit on his shoulders. And then so that's the kind of like, that's the relationship, while the politicians can just flip that scenario whenever they want. Versus I feel like if I was a person holding the person's legs, I'm like, well, if you want to help people so bad, let's take turns. He sit on your shoulders too. But then it's never that way, so you just kind of make the people just fight each other. And then so now those guys are like at each other's like throats, when that shouldn't even be the relationship, because it's the politicians making the rules that pit people against each other. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's politics, baby.
I know, that's what fucking sucks. Like for example, like at our gym, right? We're like, gyms are one of the hardest ones to get hit with the pandemic. We got shut down twice. As soon as we got shut down, we're like, oh fuck, like a lot of our staff are young. They're like 19, 20, 21. But like, they rely on this income. So me, Gio, and one of our other like senior management members were like, let's cut our income in half and we'll just pay them. We'll pretend like they're still on shift and we just pay them hourly wages as if they're working 20 hours a week. Because at this time, we didn't know about unemployment or anything like that. We just knew these guys live in the surrounding areas. No one has jobs. Let's just pay. And that's something that we were willing to take on, and without the politicians' like involvement. So that actually felt very honest and it felt good. Versus if the politicians were to just come in, you pay him and then you do this to him. Then now if they reverse the situation, now all of a sudden there's like this weird animosity and it's like it feels weird.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What you did for your employees.
A lot of them don't work with us anymore, so I don't know if it was awesome.
They picked up money and they left.
Yo, y'all hiring?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
also, even during that time too, right? Like people were applying for like business PPP loans that were forgiven and stuff like that and whatnot. And it's like us, like with our business structure, the way we were, what we were applying for, we could only get so much help based off of like taxes that we had paid in previous years and the way that it was written down. And then other people are creating fucking fake LLCs and pulling in hella money, you know.
You know how much money they lost from PPP scams? Billions.
Ugh.
There's people that took so much of that and like they're not being caught. Like no one's getting in trouble for it.
There's people in jail that even filed for unemployment and they're getting like the $3,600 a week check too.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people who are getting away with it, but some
Can we
people
catch 'em?
are getting slapped on the wrist.
During that time, what kind of fucked up the economy was like, so you gave a bunch of companies forgiveness loans or a ton of money to loan so they can survive the pandemic, right? But at the same time, you gave a ton of just people in general like money. So a lot of their employees that left, they didn't want to come back because they were getting more money from
By not working.
by not working. Yeah. So the government didn't actually just match their paycheck. They gave them a ton of money. So you were making like $3K a week or whatever, doing nothing. And then you're like, well, if I start working, I'm going to lose this.
Yeah.
So why should I work?
That's fucked up.
So that there was a lot of, I think it was just like,
Faulty system.
they acted too fast. And it's like, I don't know, like it was good that people got paid, but at what cost? Like we're dealing with that now.
Yeah.
Damn, I had to work.
You should have got PPP. I mean, you should have got the unemployment.
ED.
Yeah, the part that sucks is when you look back at it, you're like, the people that bent the rules benefited the most,
Yeah.
and the people that try to play it the correct way kind of got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, the people that kept their jobs, they actually, for following the rules, they actually didn't make as much.
Yeah.
Because one of our other friends, who's a YouTuber, in his LLC, he has one employee, which is him, right? Because he owns his channel. He fired himself and claimed EDD, the $3,600 a month or whatever. And so he was able to collect that by him firing himself, but technically the YouTube money is still in his pocket. And then when he told me about that, I was like, he's like, you should do it too. I was like, dude, that's fucking genius, but it sounds fucking fucked up.
Yeah. Sounds scary.
And then looking back, I was like, you calculate that, times that by 12, you're like, oh shit, I think that was like fucking 70 G's or some shit, a crazy number. You're like, should I have done that, you know? It's crazy.
I know, we like played by the rules.
Yeah.
We didn't exploit anything. And I'm like, how come all these people are winning doing that? I wish I did that, but I didn't.
I had another friend, he got the PPP loan. He has like an 8-figure company, so their loans are huge because they match your last 3 years of income. He got the PPP loan, I think he got like maybe 8 million or something. He used that money to buy a warehouse under a different company, and then now he rents it to his current company. So he used that to buy commercial space. So there's just people that are like, they see the opportunity, and when I like look at things, I'm like, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but then because I don't feel right, now I'm not balling like this guy.
You know what it is?
Damn morals.
We don't feel right both ways.
Yeah.
The opportunity comes, it doesn't feel right. And then you see your friends get the opportunity and it doesn't feel right seeing them fucking win.
I feel like California, you just bend it. At this point, bend it, because they don't really care.
Yeah, California.
It's California, you know what I mean? They don't even care about criminals as much. Fuck it.
That's what it seems like.
Dude,
It seems
just
like
bend
no
it.
one cares.
They don't care. I said just
Maybe it's
bend
because
it.
we forgot that our forefathers created this country as the land of opportunity, even if it's shady opportunity.
Should have
That's
wrote
what
that
they
in
meant.
there.
I mean,
Should have wrote that in
Put
there.
in parentheses, shady.
And then just in God we trust, you know what I mean? It's not even like people that run this shit.
We should have run some scams. I knew some people that they were trying to apply for the unemployment, but somebody claimed it for them.
And you're like, what? I
So
never
they
did
got
this.
checks to somebody else through their own name, and they're like, it's going to a completely different address. Like, I don't know who this fucking person
Because
is.
they have the same name.
I don't know. It just,
no, Social Security probably got jacked.
yeah, just unlucky, bro. Just got.
So a lot of
And this is a person that needed it. He was like a massage therapist during the pandemic. And
Damn.
And he actually needed it. Too.
yeah, bro. And he looked and he was
He's like, who's gonna massage me?
yeah.